Okay, so people are always asking, how many quotes do I use in an essay, Lisa? And if you have been a long time follower of me, you already know what my answer is going to be, right? I'm going to put this out there, just, do a proper video on this just to let it all out, give you guys the advice that you need when it comes to actually how many quotes you should be using. And then from here on, you guys will know exactly what to do, or basically the mentality you should have when it comes to how many quotes you should have in an essay. So I find that often when I get this question, it's from students who are not confident in English or are doing okay in English, but they're not at that, A+ or A range yet. And so the reason why I see this trend is because I think for students who might be struggling in English or still haven't kind of found their groove in English, then you might actually feel like, oh, there is a rule you should follow, and that rule will somehow guarantee you that A that you long for. And if you know me, then you know that I always preach how well you discuss your ideas. When you look at the VICA criteria, the first row is about your ideas and how well you articulate those ideas or express those ideas and how insightful and developed they are. So that is the most crucial point in English, and a point that I feel a lot of people forget about. So because they forget about that, they start to think about all the little things they could do that could maybe help them secure that better mark, and it comes down to quotes. How many quotes should I have? Because quotes will show that I'm insightful, right? So my answer to that is no, there is no magic number. I'm not going to tell you you need to have 5 quotes in this paragraph or 10 quotes per essay or something. You guys should use as many quotes as you need to support your ideas. That's it. So whether that's using maybe 3 quotes in the paragraph, or if you end up using 10 quotes in a paragraph, it doesn't matter what the actual number is. What matters is how well you actually support your point and how in depth you're going with explaining the point you're making. I know this might seem a little bit counterintuitive, or it might be completely the opposite of what your teacher is saying at school. And your teacher might be telling you, you need to have 7 quotes in a body paragraph. From my experience, I find that teachers will say that, especially if they kind of just want you to get the hang of writing an essay. But rules are meant to be broken, and by the time you get up to year 12 or at the point where you want to do really well, you want to start breaking some of these rules. Like, we are taught how to do 3 body paragraphs per essay when we're in year 7. But then somehow by the time we get to year 12, like, you could do 3 body paragraphs if you want, but you could also do 4, and that's okay. And you're breaking the rules there. But that's okay because it all comes down to what kind of ideas you're exploring. And once you reach that stage where you're confident enough to go beyond the boundaries, that's where the most beautiful kind of writing happens. So if your teacher is somebody who requests that you specifically need to have 7 quotes per body paragraph, what I'd encourage you to do is maybe go and have a chat with your teacher and ask them why 7 is that magical number, and if it's okay for you to focus more on ideas and then use quotes as backup. And that number of quotes will fluctuate depending on the body paragraph and depending on the ideas you're discussing. I have found that teachers will open up to you at that point and express to you exactly what they're thinking. And more often than not, it's not just a simple, oh, you just need this magic number because that's what's going to help you get that A+. So yeah, that's about it, to be honest. Like, I could keep ranting if I wanted to, but I don't want to. I don't want to bore you guys. So, and I'm trying to do this thing where I'm keeping my videos short and snappy. So let me know if you've got any questions in the comments down below. Don't forget that people can tell you different pieces of advice. Like, I might tell you something that's different from your teacher, and vice versa. But at the end of the day, you kind of just take away what you think is most valuable and makes sense to you. So you don't have to listen to what I say if you don't want to, but it's more just a matter of exposing yourself to all the different ideas that are out there and taking up the ones that you think will work for you. So if you guys are feeling really unsure, then I recommend you maybe have a look at my study guide. So this study guide basically includes A+ essays fully annotated for you, so you know exactly what you need to do in order to improve your essays, rather than me just, you know, slapping heaps of essays in there for you and then you just kind of going, okay, but how is this actually going to help me? So fully annotated essays, which are going to be beneficial for you. There's over, 15 essays in there. So it's very comprehensive, but it also goes into detail with how to structure essays and what you should be including in your essays. So I thought that might be just something relevant for you guys to know, because we're talking about quotes today and writing. So yeah, check it out. I will see you guys next time. Bye.